So Christina Messer, I've been in marketing communications for over 20 years. That was where I originally started. I did graphic designing, website design, photography, analytics, SEO, all of that stuff. And then what ended up happening was I ended up encountering a personal pain point with owing taxes myself. And so thousands and thousands of dollars, this is like a lifetime ago, before IRS was fully online. So super stressed out, waited over a year to hear from them through snail mail on payment arrangements and things. And that just really stuck in my head. Fast forward, my now husband, when we were dating, we wanted to start up our own e-commerce business because I figured, I had my marketing background. So when I started that's when I started playing around with implementing some deductions and then finding some strategies on my taxes. And then that's when I realized, holy cows, these strategies are really powerful. Why don't more people know about them? So I started teaching other people to do the same thing. Fast forward, now tax strategies is a thing. And I'm like, this is something that I could totally do. So I went for it, decided to open up my practice, started out as a bookkeeping firm. That's how I started my firm, my practice, actually. Last year was when I started last year. I wanted to use a software that could really just allow me to have a library of strategies that I could pull from, because it's really hard just searching online for a database. You got to know where to look, you got to know where in the code. And it, just even by looking at the tax code is not very simple to read, right? So, so I wanted to have some kind of a platform that allows me to just put together plans easily without having to think too hard about it. Sure, there's going to be some things that we got to keep up with, but at least with TaxPlanIQ, the cool part is I can utilize the strategies. Anytime I start second guessing or doubting myself or doubting my head or all of the knowledge that I've learned, I'm able to go through those resources, the internal resources, the examples, and just compare and double check and cross check all of my stuff. And so because of using that TaxPlanIQ, that's where I was able to get traction with strategies. It was just that matter of gaining that confidence. But after my first tax season, that was when I realized, holy cow, I can do more. All of the things that I did before that I knew but was too scared to apply, I'm actually able to start applying that now, and really get that momentum. Out of all of the bookkeeping to strategies to tax prep and all that, I still found like I really like strategies because it's the out of the box thinking. It's a creative thinking for me. It's being able to talk with clients about their goals and dreams and where they want to go with their businesses versus a lot more of the bookkeeping and tax prep is transactional things that have already occurred in the past, right? And so being able to just knowing that as a value that I provide for my clients has really helped in solidifying and also sometimes regaining my own confidence, internal confidence in my advisory portion of my practice. It's made a big difference with just providing, like I'm going to speak on more on the client side because I love seeing how their faces light up. It's so rewarding. Like when I throw out potential savings, things that we could do for them and telling them I can think right off the bat just from my quick 15-20 minute conversation with you that there's some 3, 4, 5 foundational tax strategies that we can implement for your business. Their faces just light up. There's hope. It's like usually they come to me really depressed and thinking like, oh, they're going to be owing so much taxes and they had that already and they really don't want to keep owing so much and they just don't know where else to go. So they usually come to me as feeling like a last resort. So because I'm able to provide them with that hope, they're excited again. And then they find joy in building their business again. She had also gone through a divorce, but she had just started her business last year. So I'm like, okay, yes, that's something that I can work with, you know? But she was owing over 140K. And then I was able to get her almost $8,000 in refund. So that was great. So those are the bigger amounts that I've saved people. They're so relieved. I've been able to talk with a few of them over the phone when I do find them, because, you know, during tax season time, it was a little difficult to meet with all of them. A lot of them has been through just messaging them like, hey, found your refund. And then their little emoji reactions or their words, or they're just like shocked. Like, I've been called a magician. So there's that. You know, quite a few of them have referred other people over to me. And then the few that I was able to talk to on the phone, they were just like, I could hear just huge relief on their side. They're just relieved. Super, super grateful, super thankful. I was doing some calculations, and I think just a couple of months ago when I did that, I think my firm has grown over 136% in revenue. Yeah. So that was really cool. Ever since the latest update, the AI with the whole scanning of the 1040 and everything, it's gotten so much faster, way more accurate. I love that it can do that quickly within 2 minutes now. I love that it fills in information for me, especially the tax rates. And I've also found that it's gotten way more accurate in finding or suggesting the tax savings, and suggesting different tax strategies to implement. Strategy library is huge for me, because, you know, sometimes I'm just going through my client's 1040 and I just need to double check my knowledge, or maybe I just need to scroll through the library because I have a block, you know. And what I do appreciate about, let's say, Veronica, like having those Zoom calls and such, is she's been so great with just walking through different case scenarios, but also educating you. I love those PowerPoint slides that she puts up, because it just helps me to refresh my brain. A lot of the times it takes a lot of repetition for it to really stick in your head, especially if it's something that you just don't know about. And so, you know, like, it could be like the insurance plans that I'm not 100% sure on, or the captive insurance or something like that, or just, there's so many out there. Just having that repetition helps tremendously. So I've had quite a few people ask me that too. And I tell them I spent so much money on different programs. Man, so much money. And I can honestly say that if you really just want that experience, that assurance, this having the right software help you, especially when you don't know anything about strategies, or if you're a bookkeeper like me and just really want to get out and, you know, just expand out in tax advisory and add in strategies, it's not just about the software, it's also about the culture, the environment, the support of people to help you grow. Because there's going to be so many times when you're going to second guess yourself, especially with strategies, especially when it's going against everything that you may have possibly learned. So you need that support, that community of people that have done that. And TaxPlanIQ has been amazing in providing that incredible support when I doubt myself. So, and then now with the software being amazing and getting better and better and better every single time, you just upload the 1040, it'll spit out some things for you, add in the ones that you know for sure are gonna apply, and then explore what the other ones are. And then I also tell them, like, when you talk with clients, it's about talking about the future. Like when you talk about the future and where they want to go with their business and with their lives, because taxes don't discriminate between personal and business. You're still owing in taxes no matter what, they're still going to charge you. When you start talking about the possibility of the future, people get excited. Clients get excited. They start sharing with you their hopes and dreams of where they want to go, what they want to do, the plans that they have in place for this year. And, you know, that's the excitement, that's the hope, that's the future, that's the dreams that they're verbally sharing with you. So I usually tell my clients, you know, I probably will find out more things about you than your doctor does. And, you know, they love that because accountants are in a way financial therapists as well. And then they start, you know, sharing other things with you. So out of all of the software and programs and Excel spreadsheets that I've done, I will say this has by far been the easiest, not just for me to implement, but also the easiest for my clients to understand. So having the one pager with, you know, and I tell my clients, you're going to get a one pager that shows you the tax savings and the ROI. I usually strive for a minimum of 250 to 300% ROI. I say that to every single one of them. Their eyes get big, like, oh, whoa, that's a lot. To me, it's like a minimum, you know?